If you're wondering why Joe Biden went on The View and how Jill Biden could possibly be okay with obvious elder abuse, you're not alone. It turns out that that appearance was more than just an image rehabilitation stunt. Apparently, the Biden crime family has run out of money, so they're making appearances and trying to raise their public profile to get that cash flowing again. Check out this exclusive scoop from Mark Halperin.
There's a story in Politico today that says they've hired the former Pentagon spokesperson to manage the Biden comeback. I'm paraphrasing kind of that Joe Biden wants to be out there. The 100 days is over. He wants to be prepared for the books that are coming out that will be critical of him. He wants to speak out against Donald Trump. He wants to defend his reputation. Politico is also reporting that the audio of the special counsel Hur of his interview with Joe Biden that caused her to judge Biden an elderly man with a poor memory, that the Trump administration is going to release that audio and that Biden is gearing up to fight back on all fronts. Now, you could say, as we've discussed, Biden's doing this to fight back, or Biden's doing this for his reputation. I talked to someone very familiar with the Bidens, and I think they've pointed out something that I'm going to say now that to me is the explanation, or at least part of the explanation, which is Biden Inc. has collapsed. All those Biden grandkids had a lavish lifestyle, which they very much liked. Hunter made hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. Joe, as a former president, is not in a position to get the same kind of paid speeches, corporate boards, book deal. Biden Inc. needs a source of revenue. And Hunter does, even though he was pardoned and he's not going to prison, Hunter does not have great earning capacity. And you look at the rest of the family.
Wait. The paintings aren't worth a lot?
No, the paintings are not worth a lot. So what I'm positing for you guys to weigh in on, Dan first, is my source right? Is what at least part of this is about, is the reality that Biden Inc., the trough is empty. The spigot has shut down. They need a way to get back in the game to make big money, to have the grandchildren fed and clothed and flown first class, etc.
Okay, in case you're not familiar with Mark Halperin, he's not some MAGA Republican, so he's not just saying that to bash Joe Biden. He actually used to work for ABC News as well as MSNBC, so he definitely has Democrat leanings. And that's not it. Don't forget, Mark Halperin was the first person to report the exact date when Joe Biden would drop out of the race. And that was around the time when the Biden campaign was insisting that he wasn't going to drop out and that he was going to see the campaign through to the very end. So he is very well sourced. So whenever he says something, I tend to trust what he has to say. Now, the Biden family's net worth is supposedly around $10 million. Personally, I think that's a little low, but I wouldn't be surprised if they use offshore accounts to, funnel money through various places, especially when you consider the fact that Joe Biden himself, or Biden Inc. as it's called, has raked in over $30 million, according to the New York Post, how the Biden brand was used to rake in $30 million for Joe and the first family, detailed in James Comer's book. And of course, we all know about Hunter Biden's business dealings in China, as well as Joe Biden meeting, or not meeting, with foreign associates. Now, for any other American family, $30 million would be more than enough. I know it would be for me, but the problem for Joe and Jill is the money is not just for them and their children, it's also for everyone connected to them, their extended family. According to ProPublica, the benefits of being Joe Biden's brother. There have been many accusations that money was funneled from Joe Biden's immediate nuclear family to his brother, James Biden. Now, the Democrats will try to downplay that, but I think we all know how that works. So that's why Joe and Jill are out there, not just for image rehabilitation, but to try to get the coffers going. But unfortunately for them, it's unlikely that the cash will flow. Why? Because Jake Tapper's book is about to come out next week. The title of the hypocritical book is Original Sin: President Biden's Decline, Its Cover-Up, and His Disastrous Choice to Run Again. Now, even though the book comes out next week, there are several copies out there in circulation for reviewers. Now, of course, it's under embargo, so we don't know all the details, but based on the leaks that are coming out, this is absolutely going to savage Joe Biden and forever destroy his family. Like, there will be no shot at a comeback after this. Take a look at what Pod Save America's Tommy Viedor had to say.
I don't want to hear. I'm very mad at Joe Biden still. I've been reading Jake Tapper's book about the Biden administration and the steps taken to kind of hide his decline.
Yeah.
I can't get into the details. It's still embargoed, but it is enraging.
Yeah, look, I'm in the same boat as you.
It's enraging. Brian Tyler Cohen, who you saw there, apparently sounds like he also has a copy. Sounds like he's in the exact same boat. And it's not just them. According to Dylan Byers, who co-founded Puck, one of Hollywood's largest trade magazines, most notably, it has scared the crap out of Biden world, obviously referring to the book. For several weeks, Biden operatives have been back-channeling with members of the press, believe me. He's obviously implying that they've reached out to him since he co-founded Puck to try to cast aspersions on the book and its authors, offering intel from the former president's aides and family members on background. So I am very excited for this. I have personally pre-ordered the book, so you don't have to, and I'll give you my review if there's any good juicy nuggets in there. But it's not just about savaging Joe Biden. Apparently, this could totally be destructive for the Democrat Party. Now, Scott Jennings has said that this will be a nuclear bomb for the Democrats when the book comes out next week. Scott Jennings obviously is on CNN, and Jake Tapper also on CNN, so I would not be surprised if Scott has read the book and has a copy of it, but this is what he had to say.
Watching him on The View today and watching some of the interviews he did over
Thank you for your viewership.
Yeah, I saw it. It's rare for me, but I did watch it. I will just say, watching him over the last few days reminded me that a whole bunch of people were telling us with a straight face that this man was capable of serving another 4 years as president. And that these appearances, coupled with what I understand is going to be the equivalent of a nuclear bomb dropped on the Democratic Party when Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson's book come out next week, I don't know that the Democrats have fully internalized what's about to happen to them. Between what he looks like today and what they're about to report, get ready.
I am not sure that Joe.
You just said that he told.
You said that he told Kamala Harris that she could not have any distance
False.
from him.
It's been reported. He told
it doesn't
her
matter
point
what he
blank.
was.
He told her point blank, no daylight, kid, no daylight.
Because reporting can never be wrong?
Are you attacking the journalism around it?
You think reporting can never be wrong?
If you want to be
you come in and you come on here and you attack reporting every night.
I do not.
We actually asked him the question
There's critical
directly.
reporting about this guy, and he told her point
blank,
no daylight.
We asked him directly today. Right. Did you tell her that?
You think he's ever told a lie?
I don't think he tells many lies.
Cognitive decline, I can tell you that much.
I just love how on CNN they're already trying to diminish Jake Tapper's credibility, which of course is not a good look for the network when Jake Tapper is one of their most prominent faces. Now, the reason I shared that clip is because Scott Jennings, I don't know about you, but to me, he's not a sensationalist. I feel like he's very reasonable, and in fact, if anything, I think he's a calm, level head. So if he's saying that this is going to be a nuclear bomb for the Democrat Party, I think it's something to pay attention to. I don't think he's overhyping this, because that's not something that he really does. And someone else who has read the book wrote this: Original Sin is a political Chernobyl for the Democrat Party. And specifically what they write is the real indictment, and the reason this book is so dangerous for the Democratic Party is that it turns its lens on the entire apparatus of progressive politics. You can pause the screen if you want to read the rest. But the second paragraph, why is this so perilous for the Democrats? Because it undermines the single moral premise upon which modern liberalism has rested since 2016, that Democrats are the party of truth, facts, and science, while Republicans are the party of spin, lies, and authoritarian delusion. If Original Sin succeeds in demonstrating that top Democrats knowingly propped up an incapacitated candidate and concealed that fact from voters, then the moral high ground evaporates. And it's not just all of that. Obviously, going back to the original topic of the video, right? Joe and Joe Biden, if they truly are in dire financial straits, if they're trying to get the coffers filled up and get that cash flowing, I mean, after this book comes out, Democrat donors are going to want nothing to do with them. Joe Biden's not going to be able to fill up a nursing home cafeteria to give a speech. I mean, no one is going to want to hear what he has to say. Not that they ever did anyways, or that they could understand him. Anyways, the people I would like to recognize in today's Governor's Club is Jenda Munuro. Again, the Governor's Club are people who have given thanks, or super thanks, and tips to the channel. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad that you enjoy the videos. And so obviously the book is going to be a major bombshell, not just for Joe Biden and the Democrats, but let's not overlook that one line from Mark Halperin, which I haven't referenced yet, which is that the Trump administration is considering releasing the audio recording of the Bill Hur investigation. You know, the tape where Joe Biden was apparently so bad that they decided not to move forward because, oh, he's just going to be a forgetful, well-meaning elderly man. just not a good look for Joe Biden or the Democrat Party. Now, to end out this video, I have two more stories, and I want to end on a positive note. Melania Trump is not in the public eye that much, and when it comes to the political spotlight, she tries to stay out of it, but that doesn't mean that she's not active, and she actually was able to accomplish something really cool. Take a look at this announcement from Caroline Levitt.
Finally, it was announced this morning that First Lady Melania Trump secured a $25 million investment in President Trump's budget to provide housing and support for youth transitioning out of foster care. And in recognition of the 7th anniversary of Mrs. Trump's Be Best initiative, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development allocated funds toward the agency Foster Youth to Independence program.
What I absolutely love about this is when we talk about underserved communities or people that need more support from the government, the recent conversations have been around DEI, around identity politics, right? But foster care, kids can't help if they're placed into foster care. That affects people of every race, every color, every religion, every socioeconomic background. Some people, their parents with drug addictions. And so what I really love about that is that it, by definition, is a very diverse program without having to shove diversity in everyone's faces. And it's making sure that underserved and underprivileged children can get a fair start in life. I am all for that, and I think it's a great initiative. But it's not just that. President Trump himself, according to the Washington Times, has launched a veteran homelessness initiative with a new national center. This was also confirmed by Fox News. Trump to build National Center for Homeless Veterans with funds previously spent on housing for illegal aliens. So many things to love about that. First of all, putting the focus on American citizens, and especially those who have bravely served our country in uniform. But on top of that, it's not adding more to the federal deficit or the debt, right? It's being responsible with our funds and taking money from people who shouldn't be receiving federal funds in the first place, and then giving it to those who quite frankly deserve it. So I love all of that. Well, all of that is just my analysis and commentary. That's what's going on in the world of politics from my point of view, and I would love to hear from you. So, the audio from the Bill Hur investigation, the interview with Joe Biden, do you think we'll actually see that, or do you think administrative, bureaucratic red tape will prevent the audio from being released? What's your prediction? Let me know down in the comments below. I really hope, crossed fingers, that it comes out. I think if it was ever to see the light of day, it would happen under the Trump administration, but obviously people in the deep state, intelligence community, the courts, they're trying to stop Trump at every move. So I wouldn't be surprised if there are procedural delays, but I hope it does see the light of day because, quite frankly, people deserve it, and we need to make sure that this sort of cover-up never happens again. If you haven't already, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. I know it's a simple thing to ask for, but it really does help me reach more viewers like you and the algorithm. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and to check out one of these videos.